ruling. And we do have a video, and I think it's important to continue to show this, just of what happened to Eric Garner that day. And it's been 5 years. Take a look.
I'm minding my business. Please just leave me alone. I told you the last time. Please leave me alone. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
It never gets better. It's just as horrific the 20th time watching it as it was the first time. And the cops are protesting de Blasio all over. Before the debates, the cops went all the way down to Miami to do a protest at de Blasio. De Blasio hasn't even fired the guy. I think he's acting way too slow on it. Otherwise, very good progressive. But on this issue, I'm sure that he has his hands full with the police constantly crying and crying and crying. Why can't we murder people in the streets? Why can't we just kill them? Oh, boo-hoo us. You won't let us murder citizens by choking them to death. I wish he was a little bit stronger there. No, I wish he was a lot stronger there. And so, look, I know it has to go through some process. I know that there's a lot of good reasons and bad reasons for, hey, we had to let the federal Justice Department weigh in on it. It's Trump's Justice Department. We knew what they were going to do, right? Now they were waiting for the judge. The judge is waiting. Now we got to wait for the police commissioner. Well, I wonder where the cops are going to come out on this. Look, at the end of the day, they might fire the guy because of too much political pressure. But to me, that isn't really the issue. Like, the cops say, hey, it's not fair. They tell us all the time that this is a seatbelt maneuver and we could do it. And so you guys are taking it out on Pantaleo when we do this stuff all the time. In a sense, that's right? And then the community says, well, don't choke us to death. And that's definitely right. So what's the correct answer? The correct answer is, don't let the cops choke people to death on the streets. Fix the actual policy. The actual policy. Don't tell me, look, you can't have it both ways. Either you really do have a policy against chokeholds, and this was a chokehold, and it's the autopsy said it was a homicide. It was the chokehold that led to the death, okay? And you're like, no, listen, guys, man, we do not allow this under any goddamn circumstances, and this guy's a bad apple, and the cops should be the ones most aggressively pursuing this guy for making the rest of them look bad, out of control guy who choked someone to death on a street, and now all the cops look bad. By the way, you're cops, you're supposed to be law enforcement, and you should go after Pantaleo. If it's not the case, then you say, hey, you know what? Then we'll get to Pantaleo, but I'm going to fire his boss first. Fire his boss first, right? Because his boss apparently allows this. And now they're all defending it, like, oh yeah, of course. Why can't I just choke our own citizens to death? Well, okay, then you should all be fired. You should all be fired then. So which one is it? Should we fire that one cop who killed Garner, or should we fire all of the bosses in the New York Police Department who think that this is a perfectly fine thing to do, to choke their own citizens to death?
And I want to show you something that the city's police union said, calling the judge's recommendation pure political insanity, and saying this: if it is allowed to stand, the ruling, it will paralyze the NYPD for years to come. And they actually kind of threatened the commissioner, saying that the commissioner will lose his police department if he follows the judge's recommendation.
Good. I hope he does. Right. I hope every goddamn racist in the New York Police Department resigns immediately. Goes, oh my God, now I can't choke black people to death in the middle of the street. I resign. Good, get the out. Oh, God damn it. Man, I get worked up. I'm sorry about that. I mean, the nerve of people. The nerve of the cops to say, now you're not going to let us choke the citizens to death? And oh my God, you'll lose me if you don't let me murder citizens in the streets for no goddamn reason. Good, I want to lose you. Look, I'm going to go through this for the billionth time on the show. Oh, you guys are against all cops. No, I'm against the training. I'm against a system, a culture that says that this is okay. If it wasn't okay, then we would all agree the cops
and started choking someone and killed them, that would not be okay. That would not be okay. You would have they'd be fired. If you weren't fired, people might think that it was okay. That you could go around in a work environment and choke your co-workers to death. Or pick any other example.
Right.
At a McDonald's, wherever, right? Oh, no, it's cops are allowed to murder people. No, they're not. It's actually quite the opposite. They have an extra responsibility with the power, the badge, and the gun that they have to be more careful, not less careful. It's their job to be careful. It's their job to protect us and not kill us. If they can't handle that job, they should leave. They should resign or be fired.
And something to kind of just bring up in terms of how broken the NYPD